Hey guys, it's Tiara. Today I'm going to be showing you my 2026 journal process, ecosystem, how I plan to keep track of everything that I do in a sense. These are like all the 4 journals that I'm going to be using for this year that I'm going to try my best to use for this year. This year I want to do a better job at being intentional about every aspect and facet of my life and document it more. I've been journaling since I was about 8 years old, and I've kept a journal for my entire life. I think there's still a few left in my closet that I have, but this is all of the journals I've had over the years. Some of these have been gifted to me by my parents, some have been gifted by friends, some I got of myself from online, from shops and everything. This was my, oh my gosh, this was my first journal. January 5th, 2007. Was the first entry, and there's some ripped out pages in here. I'm not sure. There's like sketches in here and everything, and it's just a lot of a lot of elementary school stress and drama. And I've just kept them honestly because for me growing up and just being a thinker so in my head, I felt kind of lonely as a child, and my solace was in writing. It was in reading, that escapism that I had. I always had to have a journal to write things down in. This last year I got a planner that I did pretty well with, but I've realized that I'm not really a planner person. I did use it to, the best way that I could. It helped me keep track of, things at work, what I was doing, different events, helped me plan out the crafts that I wanted to do and everything. But I felt like day-to-day things really don't function well when it's like day-to-day things. So I'm so used to having a spur of the moment kind of a thought or desire to document something. I just open my journal and write it down. So the planner thing kind of didn't resonate well with, but I'm glad that I tried it and I'm glad that I have it. So this was my journal that's literally almost finished. You can see on the side I wrote T's Archives 2024 to 2026. It's going to be, I have like maybe 4 pages left of this journal. It's going to be fun to finish that. This journal just honestly has just writings, prayers, just different studies that I did throughout the year, different thoughts, just all those things, and everything's kind of jumbled in here. How I read a certain book, dreams that I had. It's kind of a jumbled mess, but it was my jumbled mess, and I'm not knocking, but it was a lot. So I want to try and expand this into what my system is now. The first little mini journal that I have is this just sage green, like simple. This is going to be for all of my book reading, book reviews. I do not know if this will fit everything I read this year. I don't have a goal. I honestly just read as I go and read where the wind takes me. Want to get back to that place in school where I would read a book and annotate it and have thoughts and opinions about certain things, kind of have, comprehensive criticisms about everything that happens in the book, kind of dig deeper into what I'm feeling, how it makes me feel, the grammar, the analogies, just all of the little things that made reading fun for me when I was in school, even as a kid, and just making it fun for me. So I'm always learning, I'm always like gaining knowledge about something. Anytime that I don't know a word, I'm gonna write it down. Just defining those things and being more intentional with how I read. What was a waste of my time? What, changed my life? Things like that I want to go in here. I'm reading All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. And honestly, it's nothing special. Like, I didn't really have a plan for like how I was going to build out how I wanted the pages to look. And just a simple, the title. I have when I completed it, when I started it, my rating, my thoughts and opinions, my favorite quote, things like that, and then maybe put a picture of the cover and put it in here. And as I read, I'm actually annotating as I go, so I'm using these little Shiba memo stickers and just this little sticky note pad here for any extra thoughts that I have about something. This is all going to culminate into my reading process throughout this year. Next journal is kind of going to be more in line with my faith, my understanding about my community and my friends and people. Like all of my Bible notes and my Bible studies, all gonna go in here. I wanted to just keep a separate place for this. I am a severe note taker, so if I'm reading something and I can't just listen to something and like not take notes. I have to take a note, go through and fact check things. Something doesn't sound right in my head, or like I'm just like I like to write it down and then go back and like verify it for myself. And then this one has a zipper here that just opens up. I can put my pens, my highlighters. I'm not going to decorate it honestly much. It's going to be for notes and for writing down things. But I actually got this from Burlington. 2 of these journals are from Burlington. Green mini one is from Five Below. I am very frugal, so I'm sorry these journals are like not, you know, name brand or anything, but they're gonna serve a purpose for me and are budget friendly, so it's gonna help keep both my thoughts and that in a separate place. Okay, so this journal is my daily thoughts journal. This is going to encompass, maybe I had a dream one night, maybe I said something stupid or put my foot in my mouth, things like that. This is going to honestly hold everything in my brain that I feel and everything that I'm too scared to say out loud. Like all of my journals throughout my life were just as like a documentation, an archive of all of my thoughts from adolescence and puberty to just now. Instead of keeping it all in here, put it on paper so it doesn't have power over me in my mind. And my last and final journal is my scrapbook journal. I have had this journal for so long and I don't use it enough. It just has like this very cool binding here. You can kind of wrap it with this string here. I want this to be just a memoir, a documentation of the places that I go, things that I see, the shows that I watch, the movies that I watch, trips, all these things, a recap of seasons, things like that. I want pictures and receipts and everything in here. It's been very healing to be able to journal more often. It's just been nice to go through, place pictures, place memories, and just decorate as I go, be able to come back and see what I did, see what happened. The inside is just, you know, and it has this, you know, kind of, I think it's recycled paper inside, and there's a lot more pages here, so we'll see if I finish it in 2026. Okay, I used a scrapbook with my mom as a kid. She loved taking pictures. She loved keeping them in those photo binders as well. She had this big scrapbook that she was like, here's when you were 1, here's when you were 2. So being able to just go back to that place, just add a little bit of joy into the days. And some days are so monotonous sometimes, just having a space to come to in this journal and remembering all that happened on a day, in a year, in a summer, things like that. It also helped me take more pictures as well. All of these, honestly, journals are just a full system that bleeds into the other. Experience art more, experience life more, because I'm studying something that's outside of me. I'm able to see life in a different light. I'm able to expand my horizons. I'm able to be more gracious, more understanding. I'm able to accept people for their differences and just be more thoughtful and aware and sentimental towards myself and towards the world around me. And not just let life pass me by. I know I've watched so many of these and I didn't really know how to do it. I didn't really know if it would be interesting, but I just wanted to put it out there. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Thank you for just sitting with me. If you'd like to like and subscribe, you totally can. And if not, totally fine. I thank you for letting me be a small moment in your day. Hope to see you all in the next video. Bye.